Alright, so I'm here at the 31st of August March for Australia rally. I'm having a look at what's going on. I've got a couple of people here coming with Australian flags, and I thought I'll have some conversations, ask some questions, and see what people here say, why they're here, what they're trying to achieve, so on and so forth. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
I'm here at the March for Australia rally, and I'm hoping to ask some questions of some of the protesters or some of the people at the rally. Would you mind answering some questions?
Oh yeah, go for it. Thanks.
Oh, awesome, thanks. I'm just going to read it out of my list. So, first question is, what brought you here today?
To stand for Australia, for Australian values, because I love Australia. I've been living for a couple of years, and I want to respect Australia, keep it as it is, and improve it. So, if anything bad happen, I come and stand here to protect Australian values.
Yeah, great, thanks. And for this rally, what do you hope this rally would achieve?
I hope that it's gonna change the mind of the politicians of Australia to respect the people, respect people's choice, and respect people's value, and ultimately, I think, reduce the mass migration to the normal way. Because I know that Australia is a country that is sustaining on migration, but there should be a reasonable amount of migrants who are coming here to keep the lifestyle of the people as good as it used to be. They shouldn't ruin it. They should keep adding to the people's life, improving people's life, instead of putting more pressure, for example, in terms of inflation, infrastructure, stuff like that. Because I'm coming from somewhere that I've been suffering from this bad stuff, so I'm afraid that Australia might go down to that path, because people have no idea how quickly they can change their stuff, and it turns into a way that is not comfortable for the people.
Thank you so much. And how do you feel about the way the media has portrayed this march? I know that some media outlets stated that these rallies are organized by neo-Nazis or extremists. What would you say to that?
To be honest, I don't watch any mainstream media, so I have no idea what they are talking about. But because I've been someone who hasn't been satisfied with the recent economic situation in Australia, I thought maybe I need to come here and stand with the other Australian people.
That's great. Thank you. And if you kind of already did, but if you had to describe your views on immigration, multiculturalism, and Australia future, would you have anything to say on that?
Yeah, definitely. I think that anyone who is coming to Australia, they must add something to Australia. Otherwise, there is no point. Because Australia is for Australians, and the immigrants, they come here just to improve the life of the Australian, and they have a good life for themselves as well. But at the end of the day, it's up to the Australian people. They must be happy, and they must accept that. If they are not happy, if they don't accept that, then why the government wants to do that? If the government wants to do that, then they are not representing the people then. That's very simple.
Yeah, I agree. As a fellow immigrant to this country, I agree with everything you said. And if you had one message to anyone watching this video, I'm not sure who would that be. Do you have a message for those people?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you are watching this and you are not here, that's totally fine. It's up to you. But if you have something good like freedom or good economy, good welfare, good salary, you must protect it. If you think that something is wrong, you must stand up for yourself. You must stand up for your cause, and you come and protect it. Otherwise, they might take it away, and then you will be miserable, and life is not going to be good anymore. Then you have to suffer to bring it back. So it's good to stand up together and protect what we have and improve it.
Thank you so much. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks. I'm going to keep the camera rolling because I'm going to do one big take so nobody says I cut out anything. So I'll see you guys at the rally.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. All right, let's ask some other people why they're here. What are their goals? What are they saying? Hi, how are you? I'm running an independent YouTube channel. I heard about this rally. I wasn't really sure what it's about, so I thought I'll rock up here and walk around and ask people some questions. Would you mind if I ask you some questions and record?
No, I'm not for it.
Would rather not? Okay, no problem.
I don't mind.
Joey, you can if you want to, but we're not.
It's totally up to you.
Well, it's a demonstration for Australia by Australians. We want to protect our identity, our ethnicity. There are so many crises in this country, from mass immigration. We'd like to limit mass immigration and look after Australians first. Look at the housing crisis we've got at the moment. We haven't got enough houses for our own people. And our government, unfortunately, is very weak and bowing to pressure to allow mass immigration into the country.
I agree. Thank you. I've got a couple of questions. I'll run through them. So for this rally, what do you hope this rally will achieve?
Just to highlight the fact that Australians do have an interest in their own welfare, and they are concerned about unprecedented, unchecked mass immigration.
Right, thank you. And how do you feel about the way the media has portrayed this march? I know some of the popular media outlets stated that this rallies are organized by neo-Nazis. To be honest, I was a bit afraid of coming here.
They don't know what the term means. They have no idea. They just blanket you with that statement and hope to bury you by that. They're not. They're ordinary Australians. Nothing to do with Nazis. Absolutely, it's a red herring. It really is. And mainstream media will cover and select what they want to select, just like in the COVID demonstrations. They belittled the numbers, which was a heinous crime, because we're out here, we'd all rather be doing something else. We're all out here to show solidarity, and the media needs to report it. Perhaps like your channel, if you're an independent channel, hopefully you will report the numbers in truth, but the mainstream won't.
I will do my best. I've got a couple of more questions. I hope you don't mind. I've got two more, basically. If you had to describe your views on immigration, multiculturalism, and Australia's future, would you have anything to say on that?
Well, I think it creates unrest. Once you introduce other ethnic groups into a predominantly European settlement, you will get unrest, differences of religion, differences of opinion, and you'll get political unrest, social unrest. It's best if the ethnics, they're looking for a peace and quiet. Why don't they go back to their own country and do something positive in their own country, not try and force their way in here and take our jobs and our houses away from us?
Yeah, thank you. By the way, I'm a fellow immigrant. I've been here for 20 years, and I largely agree with everything you said.
You're European. I can see you're European, so your culture is the same. So you will blend into our culture. But unfortunately, a lot of the new groups are not. They'll segment themselves in ghettos, and they won't assimilate. And that's when we get the gangs in the streets, the rapings that are going on, especially in England. If you compare this, we're behind England. England's having terrible problems with ethnic riots and rapes in the street of children. So we don't want Australia to come to that.
I agree. I've been following what's happening in England with displeasure. Last question. It's not really a question, but if you had one message for anyone watching this video on the internet, so it could be anyone, what would that message be?
I think to ask God's intervention in this, because it's a spiritual battle as well as a temporal battle. I think we need to ask God's intervention to protect our citizens and our country.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
What media is it?
I literally created a new YouTube channel last night because I wanted to come down to this.
Tell us what it is so we can.
I called it the undertone. The things that left unsaid. It's got 0 videos right now. This will be the first.
Undertone.
So I wasn't happy with the way that media was reporting this. I wasn't sure if it was going to be accurate or not. So I thought I'll come down myself, have a look myself, and report exactly what I've seen.
Yeah, good on you. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
there.
I don't do interviews, so
No problems. Thank you so much. Hi, how are you? I run an independent YouTube channel that I literally started last night because I wanted to come down to this rally and see what happens. I saw a lot of media reporting all sorts of things, so I thought I'll come down and talk to the people at the rally. Would you mind answering some questions?
We can, yeah.
Cool, thank you. So the first and the most simple question is, what brought you here today?
Basically the government. So just our flag getting burnt and signs of abolishing Australia and then not protecting us and our way of rights and our life.
Thank you, that makes sense. And what do you think or what do you hope this rally will achieve?
I would hope would achieve for everyone to come together and be able to fly the Australian flag proud, and people be proud of it and proud of our heritage.
I agree. I'm an immigrant and I love the Australian flag, and I've got my own Australian flag, and I think everyone should be proud of the Australian flag in Australia.
Yes, and we all should look after the country, keep it clean, pick up our rubbish.
Yep, I agree. Thank you. And third question, how do you feel about the way the media has portrayed this march so far? I know some of the main media outlets said that this is organized by neo-Nazis, extremists and so forth. What would you say to that?
I'd say it's full of shit. It's all bullshit.
We have a black man right here too.
Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, not gonna lie, I don't see a single Nazi out here.
Yeah, have you seen any Nazis at all? I don't know where they're hiding, so I'm just hoping to walk around and see if I spot any.
Yeah, good luck. I don't think you'll find one in this entire protest.
Yeah, no, great.
Australia is about respect and standing up for each
This
other.
cunt's gone too. He's had a good time in Australia.
Hopefully not too good of a time. So a couple more questions to go, I hope you don't mind. So how would you describe your views on immigration, multiculturalism and Australian future?
I believe we need some immigration, but not to be influxed. I think we all need to come together and not have certain communities break off.
That sounds good. And if you could send one message to people watching this video, anyone on the internet, what would it be?
Just fly the Australian flag. Be proud to be Australian.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any messages from anyone else? No. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time. Hey, how are you? I've got an independent YouTube channel that I started last night just to come to this rally and ask people some questions. Would you mind answering some questions?
Sure.
Thanks so much. So first question is, what brought you here today?
My parents. Yeah.
Nice. And what do you think? Everyone can participate in this, by the way, so everyone can answer questions. What do you hope this rally will achieve?
Peace, yeah. Yeah.
We're for
Peace, yeah.
fly our flag, right, and be proud Australians, mate. That's why we're here. They have no right to burn our flag. They don't have a right to do what they're doing in our country. They've come here for a better life, so I don't know why they're not accepting their better life instead of trying to bring their democracy and their anger over towards our country. That's why we're here today.
Thank you. I'm an immigrant as well. I've been here for 20 years. I agree with what you're saying.
Yep.
I'm proud Australian and I'm proud of our Australian flag.
100%.
Third question, how do you feel about the way the media has portrayed this rally so far? I know there's some claims that it's neo-Nazis and so forth.
I'm ashamed of it, mate, because that's not what we're here to represent at all. You know, we're here to represent peace and to fly our flag proudly and show that our country is peaceful. No one's here to start any trouble, no one. We're all here to be proud Australians and to stand with Australia together as one.
Have you seen any Nazis or extremists so far? I haven't seen any.
No, I haven't seen any, mate. There won't be any. So,
hopefully. A couple more questions. How would you describe your views on immigration, multiculturalism and Australian future?
in what way, my views?
Any views you have are all on immigration and multiculturalism?
The last 2 years, you know what, there's been about 1.2 million immigrants into Australia. It's flooding our hospital systems, it's flooding our resources, our streets, our roads, our infrastructure. Like, I'm all for immigration, I'm all for people coming here for a better life, but it's got to be with reason. You know, like you can't be bringing mass numbers of people in when our infrastructure can't handle it. That's it.
That makes sense. And how much immigration is too much?
Well, I can't tell you that, mate. I'm not the government. I don't know what resources they've got. I don't, but I know what traffic I sit in every day when I'm going to work. I know the new estates that are building and you can't get down the road anymore because there's 35,000 extra cars than what there was 3 years ago, So it's self-explanatory, really.
That's also how I feel. And last question, it's not really a question, but if you had one message for anyone watching this video, I'll just put it up on YouTube when I get home, what would that message be?
Be proud to be Australian. That's it. Be proud to be here. You come to this country to be in a better position for yourself. Use that for a better position. Don't bring your stuff over here, your problems of your country or whatever's going on with you guys.
That's a fantastic message. Thank you so much. I hope everybody listens. Thanks.
Thanks, mate.
Hi, I run an independent YouTube channel. I'm walking around Australia and asking people some questions.
Yeah.
Would you mind if I ask you some questions?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, thanks so much. First up, first question is, what brought you here today?
Just to be a voice for Australia, for everyday Australians. That's what it's about, mate. Yeah.
And what do you hope this rally today would achieve?
Well, I'm hoping that the government will see that us, the people, are speaking out about what they're doing wrong for the country. And that's what we're here for. We're here to support Australia. That's what it's all about, mate. And it seems to be that the government don't want to support Australians.
I agree. And how do you feel about the way the media has portrayed this rally so far? I read last night that it's organised by neo-Nazis and extremists. What would you say to that?
Oh, mate, that's ridiculous because we are not neo-Nazis. We're not anti-immigration whatsoever. I've got immigrants in my family and multicultural. We're all multicultural Australians. So, and what the media are doing is telling lies, and they were not telling the real story. And we're not sovereign citizens. What does a sovereign citizen mean? We stand for Australia, and that's how it should be, mate. I've come here with my friend. He's been in the military for 20 years. They've fought for this country. They've fought for people, and the children are here. If we keep going the way we're going, our children's future is going to be taken away from us.
I agree. I'm an immigrant myself, actually. I've been here for 20 years. Proud Australian.
Oh, that's great, mate. Fantastic. We need more of yous, like we can't do it all on our own, but the thing we've got to stop is we've got to stop allowing people in that are taking jobs away from our people, and, they're coming in, they're getting given everything, and that shouldn't happen, I know it sounds bad, but it's not. I'm for immigration, and we do need it because we're immigrants in ourselves, so what can I say? We just got to support one another. We're not racist. We're here to support Australia. That's all we're here for.
That's great. And last question. If you had to send one message to anyone watching this video, I'll just put it up on YouTube once I get home. What would that message be?
Stand proud as an Australian. That's our heritage, is this flag. So regardless of what you think, this is why we're here, is because of this flag. We've had people die for this flag to keep the country safe for us to live in. What more can I say, mate?
That's a great message, and I keep hearing the same message over and over again today.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, I noticed it. Hi, I run an independent YouTube channel that I literally started last night.
Yep.
I wanted to come down to this rally and see what's happening.
Yep.
Would you mind answering some questions?
I'm good, brother.
All good, thanks. Hi, I run an independent YouTube channel. I started it last night just to come to Australia and ask people some questions.
Really?
Yeah, would you mind answering some questions?
I'll tell you, why don't you read that, sir? Read that to your YouTube.
I will do
As
it.
I asked myself why I was here to march today.
I'll read it. That's my homework.
You can read that and you can dictate to that as to why I'm here.
Thanks so
But
much.
if you've got a couple of questions, I'm happy to answer them. But it's all there in the scribe.
Can I just do a couple of super quick questions?
What country are you from?
I'm from Ukraine.
Okay, well done. Good on you.
I've been here for 20 years.
Yeah.
I was a bit reluctant to come to this because, you know, the way the media portrayed it has been a bit scary. So I thought, look, I'll come around and see if I get beaten up.
Yeah. Good, good, good. Don't believe the media, sir, as you well know.
So can I just ask, in short, what brought you here today?
We're at a juncture in history where Australia is today, where if we don't change things, this country's going down the tubes. The people aren't happy. The people never asked to be where we're at the moment in terms of where Australia is as a nation. The average Australian is dissatisfied on a whole number of fronts. All there in the 3 pages.
I'll have to read that after. And what do you hope this rally will achieve?
I think it will be the beginning of what will be a more organised movement and a political party. I honestly do. I think this is just the start of what will become an organised movement, political movement.
And how do you feel about the way the media has portrayed this march? I was reading what's online yesterday, and they were saying things like, you know, it started by neo-Nazis and extremists and all sorts of things. What do you think about that?
I'm not really worried about it because the average Australian is here marching for a whole range of issues. We don't care who, or I don't care, I can't speak for anyone else, I don't care who organised this, that the fact that there is such a disparate range of people here is all that I need to know as to people's good intentions and the reasons why they're here today. It is no far right conspiracy or whatnot. Absolutely ridiculous. I haven't even read what's written, but I assume that's what it is.
That's basically what I've read. And if you had one message, I know I've got homework, but just for now, if you had one message for anyone watching this video on YouTube, what would that message be?
I think the message would be don't be withdrawn about showing your support, flying the flag and voicing your opinions. We've become led by minorities in this country, policies by our politicians that are not agreed to by the wide range of people. And part of the reason for that is preferential voting. Part of the reason is our schooling. All in there, all in my 3 pages of why I'm marching today.
Thank you so much. I'll read that in detail and hope to add to that video. Thank you. Just put this away. Hi, I run an independent YouTube channel.
Mate, I'm not interested.
Not interested? Thank you so much. Hi, you look like you have something to say. I've got a YouTube channel that I created last night. I thought I'll come to this rally, walk around and talk to people, see what they hear, see what they're saying. Would you mind answering some questions?
Yep.
Cool, so I got a couple. I got about 5. So first question is, what brought you here today?
Mass immigration, overcrowded country, not enough houses for people, and they're bringing people in.
That makes sense. And how much immigration is too much immigration?
Well, it's all that the housing and food and things like that can sustain.
We do seem to have a big shortage of housing. Yeah. Yeah. I'll ask you next. And so what do you hope this rally will achieve?
That the parliamentarians will listen to the people and not just plug holes with immigration. That's it.
Yeah, got it. And do you have any thoughts on the way that the media has portrayed this rally so far? Last night I was reading the news and they're saying it's all neo-Nazis and extremists, and I'm still trying to find any.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think it's genuine, everyday people are just sick to death of the government bringing people in, losing jobs and costing us money.
Yep, that makes sense. And If you had to describe your overall views on immigration, multiculturalism, and the future of Australia, what would you say?
Limited. Limited. Yep.
Limited immigration?
Yep. Very limited. Yep. Only what we can sustain. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm an immigrant myself. I've been here for 20 years, and I have seen, housing prices surge, roads are blocked up, traffic everywhere. There's a lot of issues now that I haven't seen 20 years ago. So I agree with what you're saying.
Yep, definitely.
Final, it's not really a question, but if you had one message for anyone watching this video, I'm just going to put it up on YouTube, what would that message be?
Stop immigration, make it limited to what the country can sustain.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Hi, I've got an independent YouTube channel that I created last night. I wanted to come to this rally and walk around and ask people some questions. Would you mind answering some questions?
The only problem is I haven't got my hearing aids in, I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. All good. Thanks. Thanks.
I'll hear half of it.
Good day. I'm not sure if I spoke to you already. Nope. Thanks. Hi, I'm not sure if we spoke already. I've got an independent YouTube channel that I created last night. I wanted to come down to this rally and talk to some people and see why people are here, what are they saying. Would you mind answering some questions? Not us?
No, not us.
Thanks for your time. Thank you. Hi, I've got an independent YouTube channel that I created last night just to come to this rally and ask people some questions and see what they're saying. Okay. Would you mind answering some questions?
Yeah.
They're pretty simple questions. Thanks. So the first question is very basic. What brought you here today?
Just to stand up against mass immigration and to try and keep the culture of Australia alive. Like we see it being eroded away. I'm a veteran, patriotic Australian. I love the country that we grew up in. Immigration's never been a problem in this country. From Greece, Italy, my partner's from Europe. Everybody from Christian backgrounds have always assimilated over one generation or two, but retain their heritages and their own cultures and celebrate that in their own clubs and things, and everybody's always embraced that. But at the rate that the immigration is coming in now, within 4 years you would replace like the whole of Adelaide, and you can't have that. It needs to be slowed down, and nobody's being racist. It's just about the pace, and
I think that's common sense.
Yeah.
Thanks. And for this rally, what do you think the outcome will be, or what do you hope the outcome will be?
Well, I think you just got to start somewhere, and by starting this, hopefully it'll grow. Whenever you do something like this, it raises debates in Parliament, and we just got to spark conversation. And if you don't get out here and do this, you just don't grab enough attention.
Yeah, I agree. I think debates are good. Not everyone agrees, though. And I was just reading the news last night about this rally, right? And the news channels are writing things like, it's all neo-Nazis and extremists. I was a bit afraid to come here because I'm an immigrant myself. I've been here for 20 years. How do you feel about the way the media has portrayed this rally?
We learnt through COVID that the media have an agenda, and they will smear anybody the way that they want to play it. They're like an arm of the government, really. And the government try and shut down social media, saying that that's where the misinformation is. But we've had 4 years on from COVID now. We know that all the truths were being shared on social media, and they just want to shut down the people from discussing and planning things themselves. And they just want everybody to follow the narrative. And we're all awake. Many of us are awake to that since COVID.
Have you? I've been walking around here for about 20 minutes. I haven't spotted any Nazis or extremists. Have you seen any Nazis here today?
No, I haven't. No.
Do you know what a Nazi would look like? Because I haven't seen one in real life, so I'm kind of curious to see one.
I've got no idea, mate. No.
That's good. Let's hope it stays that way for all of us. Two more questions, if you don't mind. So, when people say Australian culture, what does Australian culture mean to you?
Well, because we're a young country, like when you go to European countries, you'll see a traditional dress, a traditional dance, and things like that. We don't have the depth that for that. Like we don't date back for hundreds and hundreds of years, but our culture is that of all those mixed European cultures coming together. Yes, there's diversity, but it's that laid-back attitude, the barbecue, they're coming together with friends, the beach life, the beach cricket, backyard cricket. If you've been here long enough, you know. It's hard to explain, but it's all of that pieced together that does make it. And immigrants do adopt that. Just takes a little bit of time, and they adopt that. But it seems to be that at the rate that we're bringing people in now, they don't seem to be interested in adopting that.
I agree. I think every immigrant coming here should want to be Australian and should be proud of the Australian flag. One final thing, it's not really a question, but if you had one message for anyone watching this video, I'm just going to go home and put it up on YouTube as a whole thing, one big cut, what would that message be?
To the politicians to listen to the people and keep Australia a great country. Don't let it slip away.
That's a great message. Thank you so much, and thanks for your service.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you. I'm doing one long take, so nobody says I cut anything off. So I'm good.
I just want to talk to you without being filmed right now.
Okay. Can I come back to you?
Okay. I just want somebody to film something over there near the bridge.
Okay.
Which is what our country's come to.
Okay. Do you reckon I should go down there and have a look? Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to do one long take, so nobody says that I cut anything off or edit anything on.
Are you independent media?
I literally created a brand new YouTube channel last night. I wouldn't call myself media. I'm just a single person. I have no idea. I'm going to put it up on YouTube, and we'll see what happens.
I can't get into 7, 9 and 10 because they're all in the middle there.
Yeah, I have no idea. I had no real plans. I just thought I'll come down, I'll have a look, I'll talk to people and see what they say, and that was literally my entire plan.
I'll be back in a minute. Oh, yeah, thank you. Here.
Excuse me, grab this, put this in your pocket. That's my father, that's my father.
Film something.
Look at us when you've got time, put it on your social media. This is about all of us, so it makes us look.
Do you want me to ask you some questions why I'm here?
Sure.
Can I get that in 1 minute? Yeah. Can I just ask the gentleman some questions?
Okay. This is my father, Marian. This is my father just after World War II. Age-wise, he could be my grandfather. He had me with his second wife. He lived through World War II. I mentioned that as examples of courage. He died at the Alfred Hospital in 2022. He was abused under the bullshit pandemic rules. I want this to reach millions of people so people can realise you don't have to be a young, strong man, whether you're a young boy or an elderly person. Bit of courage, all of us united worldwide. There's links to other websites. Have a look at this website, look at the links, there's quotes, recollections, it's all relevant. I want people to use this to break through all the apathy, people who are guilty might have coerced, pressured their friends and family to get jabbed, and now if I approach some of these people, they just get angry because they put their heads in the sand, they don't want to talk about it. We have to reach those people. At my local pizza shop, there was a nice lady in the 50s. She's not jabbed, her 20-year-old son is. She said he had to for school twice. He spent a month in hospital. He's got Crohn's disease. I said to this lady, so your son's immune system is stuffed because of jabs. She said, yes. And that really got me. I've got countless stories like that. Ancient history, it's not just about what's been happening the last few years. It says, it's not just about Marian, it's about all of us. We have to be united for all our sakes against current future tyranny. Share this.
Thank you.
Websites. Have you got the camera there?
Yeah, it's filming. It's filming.
Share it. Because so far it's just been wasted. Thank you very much. Share it.
I'll share it.
Benefits. Thank you for listening. Take care.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Let's see what happens. I have no idea what this is. Is it just on the bridge? I feel like I should pause the video, but I'll just keep running. I'm not sure when I'll run out of the battery. I don't want to get too far from the rally because I have to.
Okay, because they're all coming anyway.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe
I want to keep asking people questions.
this is what Australia's come to. This man.
Right.
No one cares. He's just laying there, and this is our flag.
Yeah.
And mass migration,
Yeah.
mass invasion, and we have homeless on the street.
So you're saying we should prioritize our own homeless?
Yes. We've got to look after ourselves first. No discrimination or anything against other cultures, but Australia first.
I think it's reasonable. I'm an immigrant as well. I've been here for 20 years.
Me too.
I feel it's reasonable to look after your house first.
Exactly. Look after your own backyard before you let others in, and this has come to that now.
Thank you so much.
That's okay.
Thank you. I'll keep walking around.
Okay, no worries.
Thanks.
Stay safe.
Thanks. Right, let's get back into it. Hi, I've got an independent YouTube channel that I created last night to come to Australia and ask people some questions.
Done it quick.
Thanks. Good day. I'm an independent YouTuber. I wouldn't even call myself that. I created a brand new YouTube channel last night to come to Australia and ask people some questions. Would you mind answering some questions?
Depends on the question.
Pretty simple questions.
For or against us?
They're neutral questions just to allow people to say whatever they feel like. So the first question is, what brought you here today?
Freedom. It's basically that, mate. You know, that's all it's about. It's the same as anywhere else in the world.
That's reasonable.
No, it's pretty simple.
Yep. And what do you hope this rally will achieve?
Well, that's not a small question. That is quite a diverse question.
Maybe like 2 top bullet points.
Well, look, what Australia is trying to achieve is not being terrorised by their governments, just like any other place around the world. Simple as that.
That's pretty reasonable.
Are aware of what those things are. You know, so that's basically what the protest is. You know, and we're going to do it peacefully, but we do feel there's a bit of a threat coming from the police force.
Why do you say that?
Well, because I've seen them grab people on the shoulders saying, "Here we go, let's fuck them up, get ready, don't matter who it is." I found that very interesting.
That is very interesting.
Police officer like, mate, I can tell you that.
Are they down there? Because I'm going to go and have a look myself.
They're near the church over there.
I'll keep walking.
One officer is actually an agitator. He's getting them all worked up.
Right. I'll go have a look.
That's clear. It's not for the people, brother.
Can I squeeze in one more question? How do you feel about the way the media has portrayed this? So I'm an immigrant. I was on Google yesterday looking up what people are saying about this, and media is saying this is all neo-Nazis and extremists.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any neo-Nazis.
No, I have not seen anything. I'm there on your page. It's all good people here. It's all intelligent people here. There's all sorts of walks of life here. There's ex-police officers. There's lawyers. There's barristers. There's all people in the government as well that's protesting in what's going on here in Australia and around the world. So it's all just a narrative that's being pushed out, and the question is, what is the narrative that they're pushing out, and who's behind it? All I know is the government's just the middle people. They're the obedient, compliant people who are above them, you know, and carry a lot of power and sway to what goes on in societies.
Yep, I agree. Thank you. And look, how would you describe your views on immigration, multiculturalism, and Australian future as a whole? Specifically focusing on immigration and multiculturalism.
This is a very grey area. I could say that the multiculturalism before the COVID hit was fine. There was no problems, there was no trouble, there was no nothing. We've been swamped with this current multiculturalism, and it seems to be more from one country. And these people from these countries, I won't name. I think everyone's clued on who I'm talking about.
Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Maybe not, but we'll leave it to your viewers. They've been going around willfully terrorising the Australian public, and you know, an Australian public, they got good hearts, they got good souls, and we want to maintain that, you know. And it's very hard to maintain that when the recent migrants that are coming, that's pushing a lot of criminal agendas upon our Australian people. You know, so that's a concern.
I agree.
Yeah, but I like, having said that, let's focus more on diversity, how God made it. They made China to be China. Yeah, the planet is diverse. But I don't want to go to China and see full multiculturalism that overrides the natural inhabitants of China. Yeah?
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Chinese people, I want to see their culture, I want to see their way of life. But everyone's under a multiculturalism threat to kill off nations, basically.
I feel like people should integrate, is basically what you're saying. Like if I go to, we love Japan, we go to Japan, I want to see Japanese culture, I want to...
It's not to turn out to be the majority, do you know? I mean, I don't think it's the people wanting this from each country around the world. It's got to be the governments and their puppeteers, you know?
Thank you.
So, but God made the planet the way it is, there's nothing wrong with it. So, in my view, anything that goes against God is demonic, for demonic reasons. It's the same that goes with our plants. They're crossbreeding plants, they're GMOing it. That's not of God, that's of the demon, literally. I ain't eating none of that crap, but I have to because pretty much all our food in Australia's been tainted. What do? You got to get up and protest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I said, there's many reasons why we're all here, you know, but whatever the media is painting us to be, that's not what we are.
If you had just one short message for anyone watching this video, what would that be?
Fight for your freedoms. Fight what's right and in the guidance of God.
Thank you. I hope my questions have been fair.
I loved your questions. Very good questions. They were great questions.
Thank you so much. I'll keep walking.
Yeah,
see what happens.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Take that with you, brother.
Thanks. Hello, I'm not sure if I've talked to you yet. I've got an independent YouTube channel I created last night to come here and ask people some questions. Would you mind answering some questions?
I don't want to answer any questions.
No worries. No problems. Thank you so much. Oh, it's getting a bit rainy. Good old Melbourne weather. The sun will come out any second though. Hi, how are you? I've got an independent YouTube channel that I made last night. I wanted to come to Australia and talk to people and see what they're saying.
Yeah.
Would you mind answering some questions?
Yeah.
Thanks so much. I've got a pretty short list. So what brought you here today?
Everything that has to do with Australia. Because we're Australians and we have to care about this country. This country, it has been invaded and this has to stop. We have to uphold our values.
Who do you think it has been invaded by?
Too many things. Even the government. Even the government, they don't make the right choices. They don't make the right choices and they're not choices for the betterment of the country or our people. Or our people here. It has to be sustainable, everything. And they don't even realize what they're doing. Australians has had enough. Can't continue this way.
Thank you. And what do you hope this rally will achieve?
Australia should achieve something that it doesn't create division, because at the moment it creates division, and that should stop. Australia should create a more sustainable society, and at the moment can't sustain that.
And what do you think about the way the media has portrayed this rally? You know, I was on the internet last night trying to find out what this rally is going to be.
The media, it's the media. You will never hear from mainstream media the true story, and you will never hear what the actual people feel, what the actual Australians feel. They will never. If this rally was 10,000 people or 500,000 people, they would have said there were a bunch of people only. Just a bunch of, rednecks or racists, or we're not racists. I'm a migrant myself.
Where are you from?
I'm Greek.
I'm from Ukraine.
Oh, there you go.
How many people do you think are here today? Because I have no idea.
I reckon
A few hundred maybe, or more, do you think?
I reckon about 200.
200 people? Okay, that's
Because they came down from the country as well. You see, that's why.
That's a pretty good turnout. And if you had one message to anyone watching this video, I'm just gonna upload it to YouTube. What would that message be?
Peace, peace to the world, and our politicians to become more, to have more, how we call it, to have more compassion for the actual people, that we've been here and we build this country from the ground up. They have no compassion. They're just looking after their own interests. That's what they're looking after. And that's what we need. We need compassion, and for people to realize, for them to have so many people around complaining and voicing the same, that means people just had enough. People just had enough.
Thank you so much for your time.
Not a problem.
I'll keep walking. I'll probably see you in a few minutes. Thanks so much. Hey guys, I've got an independent YouTube channel. I created it last night just to come to this rally and just to talk to some people. Do you mind answering some questions? I don't want to be on camera. No worries. Thank you. Thanks so much. No problem. See you guys. I can cut this out. I can cut this out, but I said there will be no cuts in the video, so I have to think about it later. You can see I haven't really thought this through. We're doing this live, seeing what happens. Let's see if anyone here wants to chat. Hello. Sorry to sneak up on you.
Yeah.
I've got an independent YouTube channel I created last night just to come to this rally and talk to some people and ask some questions.
Yeah.
Do you have some time for some questions?
If I can answer them, I will.
Yep. Thank you. Pretty simple questions. The first question is, why are you here today?
Because we're not happy with what the government's doing, okay? And there's so many things that they're doing wrong. The amount of people that are coming into Australia, the LGBTQ, our mining system, this Greens thing, we are broke. The government is running everybody broke. And it's not about my generation, it's about our kids. You know, and that's what we're here about. We're here about that.
Our children.
Our children. They've got to grow up in this world. What are they growing up into? And it's sad.
It is. It's so sad. Sorry to interrupt. You're right.
No, please jump in.
No, our industries in our country, we're the industries we've got in our country, our oil, gas, you know, iron ore, coal, you know, our car production plants.
We should be a rich country.
Right? We don't need to rely on other countries, mate. We can be so self-sufficient, and yet, you know what? They're worrying about everybody else. We're importing immigrants from overseas because they're saying we need jobs, seats in
and good
jobs.
luck to them. This is a better country.
And that's fine, but you know what? They're neglecting our own.
Sorry, I'm getting this in your face. I have to get close so it'll pick up all your voice.
They are neglecting their own. They're neglecting the people in their own backyard that are born and bred here in Australia. We believe in immigration 100%, but you know what? The controversy of what's going on and the way they're bringing in, Albo needs to go. Albanese needs to go. We need someone with the same
not a good leader for this country.
We need someone with a mindset like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is getting America back in action again and looking after the worker, the everyday person, and that's what we need here. Pauline Hanson's probably the next one in line to do this, but you know something? We need someone that's got the balls to stand and go against all this and get rid of the corruption that we've got in this government, and we really do across the board.
Thank you for that. Second question, I only got a few. What do you hope Australia will achieve?
Australia's going to achieve its independence.
No, so this specific rally, what do you think? What do you hope the outcomes of this rally would be?
I hope that, you know what, we can
that our politicians stand up and listen to the people
and get rid of the
That's
corruption that we've got here. These guys are just looking after themselves, right? Daniel Andrews needs to be pulled back in and trialled for treason and what he's done to Victoria. He's crippled us. They're in bed with China. He sold us out. Okay, Jacinta Allan's no better. She's taken his footsteps as well. What I'm saying is, we need to redo and start again.
Thank you. And look, how do you feel about the way the media has portrayed this rally? I was on the internet last night trying to figure out whether to come or not. I'm an immigrant. I've been here for 20 years. And what I was reading is like, it's all neo-Nazis, and I was scared. I wasn't sure whether I should come, but now that I'm here, I don't see any neo-Nazis.
I'll use the terminology of Donald Trump, fake news, liars and scandalous. That's it.
And what they want to do is they want to separate everyone. They want to cause hate between the people and between the different nationalities and such. That's what they want to do. And then have
Nazis are going mask off today, mate.
and that's what they want to do. So So, you know, that's what they want to turn us all against each other, and that's, I forgot what your question was.
No, that's great. I'm a proud Australian. I'm an immigrant, but I think everyone coming to Australia should want to be Australian, should integrate. We're all in this together, and people should be proud and happy to fly the Australian flags. So,
thank you for your time.
Just one last question. Yeah. If you have a message for anyone watching this video, I'm just going to go home, put it up on YouTube. What would that message be? Either of you, or both.
Stand up for what you believe in.
That's right, and you know what? You should be able to have that free speech and put your point across without being, you know, stood on or basically smothered out or intimidated.
It's pretty important in freedom of speech, as far as I understand.
100%. 100%.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Thanks so much. Got some light abuse for being an immigrant, criticizing immigration. It's all good. Let's see if I can talk to anyone else. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
I've got an independent YouTube channel I made last night, just for the purpose.
Go for your life, mate.
Yeah, I've got some questions and I'm hoping I can get some answers.
I'm hoping I can give you some.
Oh, great. So my first question is, what brought you here today?
Watching someone burn our flag on the Sydney Harbour Bridge is the main reason I'm here. Probably the other reasons are it's just the country is not going well. They're running it into the ground with overpopulation and net zero and everything else. They're ruining our country. But the main reason that drove me here was watching someone burn our flag.
I think that's a pretty good reason to be here. And what do you hope this rally will achieve?
It won't come anywhere close to what I hope it will achieve, let's put it that way. I just hope that someone in government sits up and takes a bit of notice that there's a lot of genuine Australians out here that aren't happy with the way things are going.
I think it's reasonable. And how do you think, what are your thoughts about the way the media has portrayed this rally so far?
Don't get me started. The only reason I'm not talking to you is because you are an independent journalist, and I hope a fair and unbiased journalist, because the mainstream media really are a disgrace in the way they report just about everything these days.
My entire goal for today was I started the video over there at the start of the bridge. It's all one take. I'm not going to do any cuts. I'm going to show exactly what I've seen the people saying.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
Two more questions. How would you describe your views on immigration and multiculturalism?
Ooh, okay. I don't have anything against immigration, but I have something against the mass immigration that's taking place, flooding the country with people when we don't have the resources, or we basically don't have the resources to fit these people in. So that's my take on immigration. I'm not racist. I just don't want to see Australia taken over by people from other countries.
I think it's a reasonable take. I'm an immigrant myself. I don't know if I already said it. I think I should be expected to become Australian. I should be expected to adapt.
And don't bring stuff from your country here. If you want to come to Australia, live in Australia and follow our culture and be happy with it. Don't try and introduce what you left behind, basically.
I 100% agree. If you want to come to Australia, be Australian.
Actually, yes. That's in a nutshell.
That's great. And one final thing, if you had one message for anyone watching this video, it's going to be up on YouTube, what would that message be?
Back Australia. Grow some balls and stand up for yourself.
It's a great message. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Good day. I've got an independent YouTube channel. I'm walking around asking some questions. Would you like to answer some of those questions?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Thanks so much. Pretty simple questions. What brought you here today?
Just to be part of Australia. It's probably a stupid question, stupid answer.
No, it's a great answer.
Yeah. Nah, I'm all right, man. I'm not good on. You put me on the spot.
No,
I get all flustered.
Pretty mild questions. I can stop here, but they're very, very mild questions.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the way the media has portrayed Australia so far? Like I was on.
I don't know how they've portrayed it yet, but they'll probably portray it in a negative light, I'd imagine.
I'm hoping I can help portray it in the light that it actually is, in a realistic light.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And probably the hardest question so far, but feel free to skip it if you want. How would you describe your views on immigration and multiculturalism?
I think immigration is very important, but it's the mass immigration that I think has got a lot of people upset. Australia's got its own sort of issues at the moment, and we sort of need to comb those out and just stem the flow a little bit. That's what it's about, in my opinion. Anyway.
No, that's fantastic. I'm an immigrant myself. I've been here for 20 years. Yeah. I think too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Yeah. So too much of anything is bad. Too much immigration, too much ice cream, too much money is probably bad as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And one last final question is, if you had one message to anyone watching this video, I'm just going to check it up on YouTube after, what would that message be? You can skip that.
Yeah, I'll skip that. I haven't really got one, mate.
Yeah, no worries. We haven't practiced this before. We've never met.
No, but yeah, camera in front of me, and I'm like, oh no.
I would hate to be on the other side of this. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Good day.
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm not sure if we spoke already. I've got an independent YouTube channel. I've created it last night. I've got 0 subscribers and 0 views. This is going to be my first video.
So we're starting out.
I wanted to come here and I wanted to talk to people and ask some questions. Are you happy to answer some questions?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure, great. Simple questions, really. The first question is, why are you here? What brought you here?
Look, to stand up for Australian values and to stand up to have a free voice in Australia. We're criticised whenever we go against the government, and yet we should have a right to have a say against the government.
We have freedom of speech, right? I think
that's what I thought. We had freedom.
Technically.
But as we've been talking about, our freedoms and our values have been degraded over the time. Not only the last few years, but over the decades. The governments have seceded our rights slowly by slowly, and people are sick of it now, and that's why people are out now, because they want to have a voice, they want to have a say, and they want to stand against what the government's doing. Mass immigration is wrong for so many different reasons. We are not prepared for the numbers coming into Australia, and we need to stand up and say no. If they want to build the infrastructure and have a proper program bringing people in, then that's fine, but just bringing them in, 1 million over the last few years, that's ridiculous.
I agree. I'm an immigrant myself. I've been here for 20 years. I think the numbers of immigrants coming in are too high and they're causing a lot of issues.
Yep.
Can you expand on that maybe a little bit more? So what are your overall views on immigration and multiculturalism, maybe specifically?
Well, that goes pretty deep. Look, I'm not against immigration, and people do choose to move for a whole lot of reasons. But there's a limit for countries, and the West, it's not only Australia, but in Europe and in America, they've opened the doors without putting controls on what's happening. A lot of the people are not vetted, so we don't even know who they are coming into the country. And we don't have the infrastructure and to support a lot of the people coming in. They typically go to the big cities and they cause a lot of problems. We have youth gang problems here in Melbourne and all around the country. We have crime going on. And a lot of this is because of the dissatisfaction of immigrants who are coming in, they've got nothing, and they're just trying to make a go of it, but they're doing the wrong thing. And we've had it.
Can you educate me? I'm not young, but I haven't been here for this long. Has this been a thing, 20 years back? Youth crime, youth gangs? I haven't seen this. I don't remember seeing this 20 years ago.
No. Nothing on the scale that it is now. I mean, there's always been crime. There's always been issues and youth issues, but nothing on the scale of what they've got now. We've got gangs going around breaking into homes and hurting people and stealing their property in the middle of the night. Now that should never happen. That never happened in Australia a generation ago, and anyone would speak to that. That has never happened. We're sick of that. The cops do nothing about it. Well, and if they do something, the courts put them out on the street. We're sick to death of the judicial system. It has no backbone. The government won't support it. They won't tighten the laws. We're sick of all of that. It needs to change, and Australia's saying that here today.
Thank you. I think that's a really good take. 2 more questions. I'm not sure if I already asked it. I'm a bit lost. But how do you feel about the way the media has portrayed this march so far? I was just on Google last night looking this up, and I'm an immigrant, right? So I was a bit worried coming down here. I thought there'll be Nazis on every corner. I haven't seen any Nazis so far.
No.
Have you seen any?
No. You see happy people, like normal Australians here with Australian flags who are proud to fly the Australian flag. The media is half the problem. In fact, sometimes they're all the problem. They set a narrative, they set the story before it even happens. The reporters that are here from the mainstream media will only give one story today because that's their objective, is to set a narrative. And it's independent reporters and others that actually tell us the truth and see what's going on. So we need more people in amongst the crowd, talking to people to understand what's going on. The media do not support Australia, they do not support Australians.
That's exactly why I'm here. I'm trying to do one long take, except when I run out of battery. No cuts, no nothing. I want to present things the way they are.
Okay.
One last final question. If you had one message for anyone watching this video, one takeaway, what would that be?
I think people need to firstly reflect on what their values are, what they love about Australia, what they would like to see in Australia, and then make a stand, make their voice heard, come out and be heard. And that's in every forum. That's in local councils, that's at the state elections, that's at school groups, in every group. We need to make our voice heard. And that's not saying having a go at groups or having a go at people. It's just standing up for our values and enunciating them clearly so that people understand who we are and what we stand for.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if you have anything to add at all.
I'm glad you asked. Tim and I have protested before.
That was probably one of the best ones so far, so thank you so much. I'm going to do a battery change and then I'm going to get back into it. Thanks. All right. Fresh new battery installed. Take 2. Let's see if we can get some more interviews. Hi, I'm not sure if we spoke already. I've got an independent YouTube channel that I created last night because I wanted to come down to this rally and talk to people and find out why they're here. Would you mind answering some questions?
Do you want it? Go on, go for it.
They're pretty straightforward questions.
Go for it.
The first question is basically, why are you here?
Because I'm Aussie and I'm proud of my country. I immigrated here, I paid a lot of money to come here, and it's my lifeblood. I feel as if it's my lifeblood. I don't like the way that the government are giving it away to everybody else, and I feel strongly about it. I've got grandchildren and I want them to grow up in a country that's free without any ties.
That's very reasonable. And
Lizzie, she's the one you need to speak to. Lizzie. She's really passionate.
I'll chat to her next. What do you hope this rally will achieve?
Well, at the moment, I would like to think that it would achieve peace, unity, and everybody just get on with each other for once. I think it's sad we've been dispersed, which is the mass immigration. And it's not that I'm a bloody immigrant myself. I'm not anti-immigration, but I'm against mass immigration, purely because we don't have the infrastructure. We don't have the capacity. It's like dumping 5 million people in Tassie. They can't cope with it. Our hospitals can't cope with it. Our housing, we don't have enough housing. We don't have enough rentals. We don't have enough jobs. And I am a bit suspicious because they're all fighting-aged men. Where are their wives? Where are their children? Where are their parents? Where are their aunts and uncles? And then they come and surround our churches.
Reasonable concerns. I'm an immigrant as well. I've been here for 20 years. I have seen traffic overcrowding grow over the last 20 years, and I feel like I'm part of the problem, unfortunately.
No. You came here as an immigrant. You went in, you signed the papers, you paid money the same as Ali did.
Yeah.
I was born here, but my mum came here when she was 5 years old. So, but you've got an accent. You've come from Europe somewhere.
That's right.
So you have a bigger problem in Europe than we have here, but it's the same problem. So whereabouts in Europe did you come?
I'm from Ukraine.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So we have all sorts of problems in Ukraine right now.
A hell of a lot of problems in Ukraine, and it's really hard to know what exactly is going on there because I don't believe the mainstream media for 1 minute, and I don't particularly like Zelensky, which is neither here nor there, but we don't really know what's going on there. I'm not saying I'm pro-Putin, but we don't know what's going on.
I'm more than happy to come back around and chat to you after I stop rolling because today I wanted to focus on Australia.
Yes, okay.
But it's a very interesting topic that I love to talk about.
Well, it's really hard. Anyway, carry on.
My third question is, how do you feel about the way that mass media has portrayed this rally so far?
If you mean mainstream media, I've never met a bigger bunch of liars and yeah, absolutely. They cherry pick their information and they are doing the Australian people a great disservice by following the government narrative time after time. They're paid lapdogs. They're lapdogs, and they can't even lie straight in bed at night. I don't know how any of them can actually sleep. So they're a big disappointment.
Sorry. The only one who's telling us some truth, usually, well, I think, is like Chris Ullman, Peter Credlin. You kind of have to go over there to Fox to see what's actually going on. The mainstream. I haven't watched the SBS or the ABC for 5 years since we were locked away. I haven't, because they just lie. They lie. It's not even like a bit of a lie. It's just like a blanket lie, you know. Total denial about what's really going on.
Yeah, thank you.
What's your name? Well, get down. I didn't realise that. I've got a neighbour, and he's Sergey, of course, you know. But anyway, there you go. Lovely to meet you.
No, lovely to meet you as well.
Yeah.
One final thing. If you had one message, one last message to anyone watching this video today, what would that be? We can take one each.
I would say stand tall, stand strong. If you live in Australia, live by Australian values and unify. Yeah. Unify and love one another and live by Australian values. Yeah. We've lost.
That's very reasonable. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Anything to add from your side?
I think you've covered it all pretty much.
Any additions from yourself? Sorry.
We are one. We are many, and from all the lands we come, we stand with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Thank you. Good to meet you as well.
I think there's coffee up there.
Good day. Are you here for the rally?
Yep.
I'm an independent. I wouldn't even call myself a YouTuber. I made a channel last night because I wanted to come down to this rally and talk to some people. I read some stuff online. They're saying there's neo-Nazis and stuff everywhere. I haven't seen anyone. So would you mind answering some questions? Pretty straightforward questions. The first question is, why are you here? At this rally, I mean.
At this rally, yeah. Just to show support for wanting the government to cut down dramatically on the 800,000 or so migrants or immigrants that are allowed to come into Australia every year. It's just too many. And this is why Australians can't afford to buy a house. Our kids can't afford to buy a house, and our kids' will never be able to afford to buy a house. So they're just being, with a lot of economic people coming for a better economy here in Australia from other countries. They're not refugees, they just want a better economy. So they're coming from lots of Asian countries, and I'm sure they're really nice people and good people, and most of them are, there's no doubt about it. The majority of immigrants are really lovely, but we as Australians cannot afford to provide the housing. We don't have it. We haven't got the healthcare. And so these people are becoming Australians, and they can immediately use all of the free healthcare and all of the facilities that Australia has to offer. And Australians are being left out. It's really hard now. If you're a 20-something or a 30-something and you're trying to buy a house, it's virtually impossible. Every 20-something or 30-something that I know who are really good people, who have done everything right, who work really hard, are struggling just to pay their bills. Saving for a deposit for a house is almost impossible. And they're already cutting back on how much meat they can buy, on their holidays, on everything that they can do. These are frugal people. The average Australian is a frugal, the average person trying to get ahead, they can't get ahead. So you're either lucky and you've got parents who can help you get ahead, and if you don't have that, you're almost going to be completely blocked out of the housing market until you're about 40. And even then it's going to be maybe a small unit, something like that.
Yeah, I agree. What do you hope the outcomes of this rally will be?
I'm not sure. It's really tough when you have people like Brad Batten, who is the opposition leader here in Victoria, the Liberal leader, who would be looking for some leadership, saying on social media a couple of days ago that this is some sort of a racist rally and an anti-Indian rally. It couldn't be anything further from the truth. There's nobody here that's racist. We're just saying to the government, stop bringing in so many immigrants. But unfortunately at the moment we have a Labor government, and the Labor government knows that 80 to 90% of the immigrants that they are bringing in will vote Labor. So that is why they're bringing in all of these immigrants. They want to make sure that Labor remains in power for the next few decades, and they don't care what it's doing to undermine society and the culture and the quality of life of Australians. And here in Victoria, where we have a Labor Victorian government, you can see that they've gone to parts of Victoria that always vote Liberal, like Brighton and like Armidale, and they're putting in high rises there with small units in there. The reason for that is that all of the immigrants who are desperately seeking somewhere to live, as are young Australians, they will go and buy these small apartments in these places, and that will change the voting in those areas, because they want to change them from being always the Liberal candidate winning to either become a swing seat or to become a Labor seat. So this is what they're doing. It's called social engineering, and it's part of their plan.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm an immigrant myself. I've been here for 20 years. I used to be a Labor voter as well, Labor and Greens voter. I'm no longer a Labor and Greens voter. So a lot of what you're saying makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. Well, and the Greens and the Teals, don't be fooled. The Greens used to be green here in Australia. They're not anymore. The Greens and the Teals are really working for the Labor Department, Labor as well, and this is what they're doing even in council elections, where they're getting other people to stand for council so that they can give their preferences back to the one person that they want. And this is what's happening now when people are running as a Liberal candidate or a Labor candidate. They'll have other people running as well, just to give those preferences back to the certain candidate they want. So everything's being really rigged, and unfortunately a lot of people are not aware of what's happening. So it's terribly unfortunate.
I think majority of people are not aware, me including as well, so this has been enlightening.
Yeah.
One more question. How do you think the media has portrayed this rally so far?
I think that the media are trying to make out that it's some sort of a racist rally, which it's not. And I was really pleased to see the police, the head of police the other day, when the media was trying to encourage him to say that this rally should not go ahead, saying no, people have the right to protest as long as it's a peaceful protest. So he wasn't going to buy into what the media were trying to encourage him to do. So it's really good to see. And the police have been lovely. Look, the police have been wonderful. They're clearly allowing people to protest peacefully, and there's no problems. And I know that in other areas they're making sure that there are people turning up, the Palestinians, or people trying to make out that this is a racist rally, and the police are making sure that those people don't get close to the people who are being very peaceful.
I think that's great. Honestly, myself, I was trying to figure out what this rally was last night, and the only information I could find is it's all neo-Nazis and extremists, and I'm an immigrant. I was a bit afraid to come here, and I spoke to a few of my friends who said they're not coming here because they're afraid. So I think that worked, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah, and I think that was intentional, that people were saying that there was going to be all this trouble to make good people, but there probably would have been a lot more people who attended, because people are really worried about their kids and their grandkids, and the cost of living and the affordability. It's really changing people's lives now in Australia. People can't get married when they want to, they can't have kids when they want to, they're just struggling to be able to support themselves. People are having smaller families. Life is just so tough, and that's what this rally is about. It's about please stop the immigration, because we just can't afford to support the rest of the world. Australia's got 28 million people. There's 8 billion people in the world. And I'm sure that about 6 billion of those people would love to come and live in Australia because of our quality of life and our fresh air and our great oceans. But we can't take those people in. And the Australians who are working and paying their taxes can't afford to support those people. Simple as that.
I agree. If I'm inviting 2 people to my house, that's great. If I invite 2,000 people to my house, it'll be a mess. It's just not going to work. One final question, and normal question. You've been fantastic. If you have any sort of takeaway that you want anyone watching this video later to hear, what would that be, or any message rather?
Look, I think just stay engaged. I think get onto X if you don't have it already downloaded on your phone, and make sure that you follow people like Craig Kelly. He's had to leave the Liberal Party, and Jared Rennick, he left the Liberal Party as well. And look, Pauline Hanson and Malcolm Roberts, they're up in Canberra today. They're marching at the Canberra rally. So there's so few politicians who are standing up for this. And I think the most important thing for people to do is to vote for those independent candidates. So you've got to really start listening to, I know Pauline Hanson, sometimes people are dubious about her, but listen to what she says, listen to Craig Kelly, listen to Jared Rennick, and just listen to these independents. They're out there really trying hard to fight for us, and they need our support. And if you want to look after your children, if you want to look after your grandchildren, if you want to look after the future of Australia, you must start to get engaged and start to listen to some of these people.
Thank you so much for your time.
That's okay.
Thanks.
But, you know, they're so Russia bad. It took me years to sort it out.
Anyway, we'll get it
Hi, how are you?
Mate, I'm good.
I've got an independent YouTube channel that I started last night just to come to this rally and ask people some questions.
I might just leave it for now.
No worries. Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thanks. I think we're largely done. It's to 126. 126. And I think, 95% of the protesters have moved on. I haven't seen any drama, haven't seen any trouble. Let's see if I maybe get one more interview. See if that works. Good day. How are you?
Not too bad.
I've got an independent YouTube channel that I made last night just to come to this rally and talk to people and ask some questions. Would you mind answering some questions?
What's that you want? What question you want?
Very simple. So the first question is, why are you here at this rally? I think the rally almost finished, but why did you come to this rally?
Well, the government is making us really, really poor, and I'm just supporting against the immigration, and then against the terrorists that's been protesting here for 2 years now plus. Yeah.
And what do you hope this rally will achieve?
Sorry?
What do you hope this rally would achieve? What do you hope the goals will be?
This one is not super organized, but it's a huge group though, rather than the other side. So this is good. It's just some people are dividing the other groups, just like Avi. He's really dividing it. I noticed he's not like before. Now he's dividing the group. That's why I'm a bit pissed off. And not only me, some of the guys that used to come here during the COVID protest.
Can I ask what you mean by dividing? Because I'm not aware.
Dividing is he's saying this and then he's saying that one. So it's confusing everyone.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't need to explain, but it's just in general, he's dividing the people instead of us uniting to get rid of this government that's making everyone poor and suffering. And that's a problem with some Australians are really, I don't know, I can't understand why is it like that. So, yeah.
That makes sense. And what do you think about the way the media has portrayed this protest so far? They said there's going to be neo-Nazis and...
They always say everyone is a Nazi. Because when I came here, I went down from, what station is that? Melbourne Central, right? And then there's a pro-Palestinian group there, and then the police are there. And then they label me as a racist and a terrorist. That's like me, a racist.
Just because you're carrying Australian flag?
Yeah, because I'm carrying my patriotic, because I'm Australian. I'm not born here, but these guys are like nuts. They're lunatic, including these police officers are mad. Just like the COVID thing, they're nuts.
I'm also an immigrant. I also have my Australian flag, not on me right now, but
I know, but that's the thing there. That's why I'm really angry that they call me a Nazi. Now I'm a Nazi. Now I'm a racist. Oh my gosh! It's like this is the problem with the lefties movement here in Victoria, especially here, because of this Albanese government bringing a lot of guys from Islamic lefties, and anything they can say, throw at you, even if it's not true, just to make you feel bad. But I'm not offended by it because it's not true. How can I be a racist and a Nazi? You tell me.
it's very difficult.
That's why that's why I laughed at them. I said, "You guys are lunatic. You know, you don't know what you're talking about. How can I be a Nazi and a racist?" And then the police are adding up this big problem ever since 2019 when I joined the protest, because I'm against it, that our freedom is being knocked out. You can't say anything anymore, just like what's happening in UK.
If you say something that the government disagrees with, you get labeled a Nazi, and that's it.
Nazi, anything, racist, name it, it's all there. It's a Marxist narrative that you are this, you are that. You know, they try to segregate these DEI narratives.
You're not allowed to have your own opinion.
No, you're not. If you say something, here it's not yet, but next time, well, it happened during the COVID thing. This poor lady, she's pregnant. She just put something on Facebook and she paid for it, and she got jailed. And not only her, there's a lot of them, you know, beaten up, and I've seen it. So I was just really angry. And then this time, I like it, even though it's not really solid, intact group, but at least you can see how big the crowd is.
I think it was a few hundred people, do you think, or more than that?
I think more than that. Bigger than the Islamic supporter, you know, terrorist pro-Palestinian group. It's really huge. I can tell for such a long time. This is the first time I've seen that big group, even though it's not well organized. But there's one coming on the September 13 anyway. That's more organized. So I'll be coming back on that.
September 13 was it?
September 13.
I had no idea, so now I know. Thanks for letting me know.
September 13.
If you,
just telling you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
If you have one thing you want to say to anyone watching this video, like one key takeaway or something you wanted to share, what would that be?
Well, you should protect our values and support this, because otherwise we're going to lose everything. And I tell you, I hate to say this, once you lose the freedom, we're all going to be suffering for that, including the generations to come, including your son and your great-great-grandkids coming. We're really, really in trouble. So, and this government is making us worse. They claim it's 275. Where is it? You know, the bill is so high that that's why everyone's here, even if it's not well organized. That's why they are here, because of that immigration bullshit that the government is putting up.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for your time. I'll see you at the next one.
Sorry, what's your name again?
My name is. So I'll see you at the next one.
That's all right.
I'm wrapping up. I think everybody basically left.
No, they're still marching on the other side.
So they're not here.
They moved there. I didn't join them because I'm getting hungry. So they moved that. The other one split, went to the other side, went to the parliament.
Well, I thought the protest finished. I thought everybody
No,
went home.
that's why you can't. Anyone's left is just the small group here.
Yeah.
But the rest they're still there doing the march.
Got it.
Yeah. So.
Thank you so much.
That's all right.
Thank you so much for your time.
See
See you next time.
Next time.